So today I thought I'd do a real quick video on values clarification, and basically that is just defining what your values are, the beliefs that make you tick. You know, they kind of guide us in all aspects of our lives. Sometimes I have clients who don't know what values are. It's a different term for them. So values are basically, well, there's tons, but basically something like love or honesty or spirituality or family or free time or humor, creativity, relaxation. You know, what do you value? You know, you're given a list of things to do in a day. What is it that you value in that day, in that event, in that person, whatever the case may be? Because that's how we define our lives. So let's say you value family, picking one. Let's say you value family, but you have to work a lot. So you're hardly ever home with the family. And so because of that, you feel a little discontent. It's going against your values. And when you're doing things that go against your values, you might feel upset, you might feel off, but you don't know why. And values and boundaries go together. We did a video on boundaries a year or so ago. I'll post it up there in the corner. But you can't really define your boundaries unless you know what your values are. So there's a list that I will post in the bottom of under the video. It has a big long list of values. In fact, you can look it up online, values clarification or values and beliefs or something like that, and you'll get a list with hundreds of things, but that's overwhelming. I have a list that I can put up there that's got maybe 40-ish different types of values. And you can go through it, and basically what that list is you go through and you read them all and you kind of rank them 1 to 10 of the things that you value. So your top 10, or at least your top 5 or whatever. So if you think about those, let's say that 2 of your values are family, well, 3, family, love, and humor. So those are your values, but you have to work all the time with a stodgy person who has no sense of humor whatsoever. And so you're in this place where you're all the time and you're not with family. This person has no humor whatsoever, and you value humor. That's something that's important to you, and it's not working. So this environment that you're stuck in isn't a pleasant one. You feel discontent. Or let's say that you have a value of honesty, and you've been in past relationships with people who haven't been completely honest. And then when they start to lie to you or whatever, you've got this boundary set up that you're not going to take it when they lie because it's crossing that boundary that you have for honesty. So that's an area where you could set up a boundary, that kind of thing. You see how that works? So you'll take your list of values, compare those to what your boundaries are. If you have boundaries set up, if not, go back and watch the boundaries video. You can see how many types of boundaries there are. But that's why it hurts so much, or it's so uncomfortable when you're in a situation like that, where you have to, like over here at the working situation, you're working all the time with somebody who has no humor, when you'd rather be home with family, having a few laughs, you know? So when we're in those situations, it's hard to get out of them sometimes because you have to work or whatever, but doing what you can to mitigate the damage, so to speak. And maybe let's say it's that situation where you have to work all the time with a stodgy guy who doesn't have any humor, do what you can to maybe talk to him and say, look, I need to cut down my hours so I can spend more time with my family, or whatever the case may be. So basically just go through and check your values. Like I said, I'll put that values list up there because it's too long to read and you wouldn't want to sit there that long anyway if you're still even watching. But go and check the values list and then see how that relates to where your boundaries are. It's like, okay, I feel uncomfortable in this situation and I don't know why. Well, maybe it's because one of your boundaries, your values, is being crossed. Your values are being assaulted in some way. Because sometimes we meet people, or we're in a, not necessarily a relationship, but it can be like a working relationship or something, or we just come across these people that we're just in a situation that just feels off and you don't really know why. And it's like when you boil it down, what is that? What is the crux of that situation? And why is it so disturbing? Well, think about your values. How many of these values are being, assaulted or crossed in some way in this situation? It happens a lot and people don't recognize that. But anyway, I don't know if that made any sense or not. And frankly, I don't even know if this video is going to come out because this phone's being weird today. Being pretty weird. So anyway, that was it. Values and boundaries go with the other video. And like I said, I'll put it up there and I'll put it down below under the video too. So, and I'll put that list. I don't have it, but I'll put that list of values. And one other thing before I check out. Sometimes we have values that aren't ours. They're inherited. It's like, I value this, this, and this. Well, why? Is it your value or is it somebody else's value that they told you you needed to value? Happens a lot with things like spirituality. Not that that's a bad thing, because that could be something that's a value to you. It's a value to me. So, but is it a value to you or was it a value to someone else whom forced you into it? Same with family. It's like, I value, independence and free time and fun over here, but somebody that you grew up with valued family more, and they kind of forced you into these situations, family, family, family all the time. But when you grow up, you think, oh no, I value family and I value this and this, but you really don't. You really value independence and free time and fun and all that stuff. So finding out where you inherited your values from, and if they're really your values. Maybe you inherited family values from your family growing up, and you still have those, and they really are yours. That's fine too. But sometimes we go through life, adult life, with values that aren't really ours. We just kind of inherited them and think that they're ours. And so analyze them. Where did I learn this? Oh, this was mom's. Mom valued this and dad valued that, and society values this, and the school where I went valued that. Those kind of things, because we inherit them from everywhere. So anyway, again, values is kind of a deep topic. There's lots and lots and lots of things to read about values, but I'm not going to go into all of them. But it's just something for you to investigate if it sounds like an interesting topic to you. So anyway, I'll check out for now and be back later. So until then, I'll talk to you later.